Good morning, students. We know that when we heat ice, it converted into water. Again, when we heat water, it gets converted into vapor. So, is it possible to convert ice directly into vapor without converting into water? And also, is it possible to convert vapor directly into ice without converting into water? Yes, this is possible. The process of converting solid state to gaseous state without converting into liquid state is called sublimation. And the process of converting gaseous state to solid state directly without converting into liquid state is called deposition.
The process of converting solid state to liquid state, ice state to water is called melting. The process is called melting, and the process of converting from liquid state to solid, from water to ice is called freezing, and the process of converting from liquid to gas state is called vaporization. The process of converting from gas state to liquid state is called condensation. We all know these four processes, but here two more processes are there: sublimation and deposition. Here sublimation is the process of converting from solid state to gaseous state without converting into liquid state, and the deposition process is process of converting from gaseous state to solid state without converting into liquid state. Directly we will convert from gas to solid and solid to gas at a particular pressure and temperature, pair of particular pressure and temperature. We will do this sublimation and deposition process. Let us know about sublimation and deposition.
Solids have molecular distance very close. In liquids, the molecular distance is also close. When compared to solids, somewhat distance is more. In gaseous state, the molecular distance is very much more when compared to liquids and solids. So, to decrease the molecular distance can be done. To decrease the molecular distance to convert gas to liquid state can be done by decreasing temperature.
Here we can convert liquid also into solid by decreasing temperature.
And also we can increase the pressure. We can also increase the pressure to convert gas to liquid and liquid to solid state, or we can do both at a time to convert gas into liquid state, and we can do both temperature change and pressure change to convert liquid to solid state. For example, in gases, the distance between molecules is more when compared to liquids. Assume this is gas in a container. So we need to convert this gas into liquids. Then the molecular distance is more. We can convert this gas into liquid by decreasing temperature. By decreasing temperature, we can bring this molecule close and we convert this gas into liquid, or by increasing pressure on the gas, then we can bring the all gas molecules together and we can convert into liquid. By increasing pressure or by decreasing temperature, the gas can be converted into liquid state. For changing from gases to liquid state, we can change both temperature and pressure at a time. If we maintain a particular pressure and temperature, for these particular set of pressure and temperatures, the liquid and gas coexist in equilibrium. That means we can observe the gas and liquid at a time in the substance. At a time, half of the amount is gas, half of the amount is liquid. For this particular set of pressure and temperature, if we draw graph between pressure and temperature for liquids and gases, then for these particular set of pressure and temperature where we can observe both liquid and gases, such curve is called curve of vaporization. In the same way, for a particular set of pressure and temperature, we can observe solids coexist equilibrium with liquids. If we plot curve for these set of pressure and temperature on the pressure and temperature graph of the solid and liquid, we get a curve. The curve is called curve of fusion. And if we plot a graph between solids and vapors for a particular set of pressure and temperature, then we will get a curve. The curve is called curve of sublimation. Here we can observe solids coexist with vapor, which means we can observe solid and vapor at a time for these particular set of pressure and temperature. This is the curve of fusion, where the solids may coexist in equilibrium with liquids. The pressure and temperature curve, this is between solids and liquids. The curve is called fusion curve. The left side of the curve, the substance is in solids, and right side of the curve, the substance is in liquids. If we take this point, according to this point, here pressure P, and according to this point is having temperature T, then we can say that for this pair of pressure and temperature, the substance is in solid. If we take this point, according to this point, we can say that the substance is in liquid state. If we take any point pair of temperature and pressure on the curve, then the substance exists in both solid and liquid equilibriumly, which means we can observe the substance both solid and liquid. The substance exists in solid and liquid both in equilibriumly. And this is the curve of vaporization. Left side of the curve, the substance is in liquid, and right side of the curve is the substance in vapor. If we maintain these set of pressure and temperature, if we increase pressure, if we maintain this pressure, we have to maintain this temperature. Then for this set of P comma T, this is pressure P and this is temperature T. For this set of P comma T on the curve, then the substance lies in both equilibrium with liquid and vapor. Both we can observe liquid and vapor, same substance, we can observe liquid and vapor. This curve is called curve of vaporization, and this is the curve of sublimation, where solids coexist equilibrium with vapors. If we maintain pressure and temperature pairs according to this curve, if we maintain pressure and temperature, then solids may coexist with equilibrium with vapor. Here, if we maintain any set of pressure and temperature on this curve, we get solids equilibriumly coexist with liquid. And if we maintain any set of pressure and temperature on this curve, if we get liquids coexist in equilibrium with vapors. And if we maintain any set of pressure and temperature on this curve, we get solids coexist equilibriumly with respect to vapor. These are the three curves. We will plot these three curves in single graph, and we will know what is triple point in detail. These are the three curves we have plotted in a single graph. Temperature along x-axis increases, pressure along y-axis increases. Here OA curve is the curve of vaporization, and OB curve is the curve of fusion, and OC curve is the sublimation curve. On OB curve, left side of the curve, the substance is in solid state, and right side of the curve, the substance is in liquid state. If we keep constant pressure, if we keep pressure constant, if we increase temperature, then solids will converted into liquid state. That process is called melting process. In the same way, if we keep constant pressure and we decrease the temperature, then liquid is converted into solid. We call that process
freezing.
And this curve says us that we can melt solids into liquid with very low temperature at high pressure. Here pressure is very high at this point. At high pressure with very low temperature, by increasing very low temperature, we convert solids into liquid. At very low pressure, here with high temperature, we can convert solid into liquid state. Similarly, here this is the curve of vaporization. Here left side of the curve the substance is in liquid state, and right side of the curve the substance is in vapor state. If we maintain constant pressure constant, if we increase the temperature, then liquid is converted into vapor. In the same way, if we keep pressure constant, if we decrease the temperature, then vapor is converted into liquid state. This curve also gives us information that at high pressure we need more temperature. We need to increase more temperature to convert liquids into vapor state. At low pressure we need to increase low temperature to convert liquids into vapor state. The process of converting liquid into vapor is called vaporization. The process of converting vapor into liquids is called condensation. In the same way, this is OC is sublimation curve. Above the curve, the substance is in solid state. Below the curve, the substance is in vapor state. Here, if we maintain constant pressure, if we increase the temperature, then solids will directly converted into vapor without converting into liquid at this particular constant pressure only. Solids directly gets converted into vapor. That process is called sublimation, and this particular pressure, when we decrease the temperature, then the vapor is converted into solid state. That process is called deposition. Vapor is directly converted into solid state without converting into liquid state.
Pressure must be maintained less than 0.01 degrees for sublimation and deposition.
Here all these three curves meet at a point O. At this point, the substance exists in solid, liquid and vapor phase equilibriumly. We can observe the substance in solid, liquid and vapor. Three phases can be observed at this point. For water, at pressure 0.006 atmospheric pressure, and for particular temperature, pair of pressure and temperature 0.01 degrees Celsius. Pressure is 0.006 atmospheric and temperature is 0.01 degree Celsius. We can observe water in solid, liquid and vapor equilibriumly. We can observe water as liquid, solid and vapor at this particular pressure and temperature. This point is called triple point of water. Here simply, what is the boiling point of water? Here boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. You know that 100 degrees Celsius. Yes, it's not complete. 100 degrees Celsius at 1 atmospheric pressure. We have to mention pressure. If we increase the pressure more than 1 atmospheric, 2 atmospheric pressure, if we increase the pressure of the liquid, then liquid boils more than 100 degrees at more than, for 2 atmospheric pressure, the liquid boils more than 100 degrees, maybe 120 degrees. For example, if we decrease the pressure less than 1 atmospheric pressure at 0.9 atm atmospheric pressure, then water can be boiled at maybe 80 degrees Celsius. Like this, these all three curves use as information to convert from one phase to another phase, but any pressure and temperature on this curve we take, the substance exists in liquid and vapor equilibriumly.
If we take any point on this curve,
The substance exists both in solid and liquid equilibriumly. According to on this curve, if you maintain pressure and temperature according to this curve, then we can observe the substance both solid and vapor equilibriumly. This is triple point. The maximum temperature on the curve of vaporization is called critical temperature. Water is having triple point at pressure 0.06 atm and temperature at 0.01 degrees Celsius. Similarly, every substance have its triple point. For example, sodium chloride, triple point is 801 degrees Celsius temperature and 30 Pa pressure. We can observe sodium chloride in solid state, liquid state and vapor state. In the same way, for every substance there is a particular pressure and temperature. If you maintain that particular pressure and temperature, we can observe the substance in three phases: solid, liquid and vapor.